Hello, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Today I want to share about paano makinabang sa Fibonacci pattern or God's number. I've been hearing this a lot in a lot of seminars that I've been to or in the classes that I've been attending, especially this word Fibonacci pattern. This is a very mysterious and it has a lot of meaningful associations, and surprisingly, it has a lot of relevance here in the stock market as well. Why is it called Fibonacci and why is it called God's number? Well, basically, first of all, let me explain that the Fibonacci number was, of course, it's in the field of mathematics, and according to Wikipedia, our source, ito po ay na-discover na nung time pa ng mga Indian mathematics. It's around Middle Ages or 1202 Middle Ages, and even in Europe in the past. Basically, it's Fibonacci is derived from adding the first two numbers in the sequence, and then the result will be added to the next two, and then so on and so forth. For example, the sequence is this. This is a Fibonacci sequence, is because we start with 1, and the number before it is 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1, and then 1 added by 1 is 2, and then 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 5, 13. So that's how we get the Fibonacci number. This sequence has been called a God's number. Well, it's because nakita ng mga scientists that it has been existing in nature for almost in all things. For example, in a shell, you can see that if you convert that pattern into a series of squares, just like this at the right side, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 3, 3, 5, it becomes a rotating square, set of squares, and then you draw a line, curved line, then you get a something like this, which can be associated in nature. So it's they call it the thumb mark of God, or the mysterious spiral, or mysterious ratio. And even in the length of our hands and arms, for example, you can see the Fibonacci number. The length of our ears towards our face, it's all the same. Fibonacci is existing. Yeah, for example, in the ears, it matches that spiral. Also in Mona Lisa painting, and in all the great work of arts of men, and this has been existing for so long. So again, they call it God's ratio or God's number because of its significant relevance to a lot of things. So in relevance to charts or stock market, for example, scholars define as Fibonacci retracements as a ratio to identify potential reversal levels. Basically, ginagamit ito sa tuwing nasa certain trend ka, for example, uptrend or low trend, you can determine saan siya mag-bounce. For example, if it's an uptrend, the stock is in an uptrend, usually you would always see the downtrend significantly in a period of time. And then Fibonacci sequence would help you determine kung saan siya mag-bounce. So these ratios are found, of course, in the Fibonacci sequence, which is, if you convert it into percentage, it's 61.8% and 38.2%. Commonly, it's been rounded off to 39 or 38, and then 61 to 62. So you just get the magic number, which is 38 and 62. That's the equivalent of Fibonacci number if you get a straight line and convert it into 100%. Makita natin mamaya kung paano siya i-apply. And then just read the rest of it. And I jump to the conclusion. And the source would say that Fibonacci retracements is used to identify a correction or a counter trend bounce. Again, that's what I've said before, that you use this if you want to see where a certain stock would, if you were following my previous videos, the sell to profit, how far will it go? Where will you place your selling price? Wag mong ilagay sa kung saan aapaw si Fibonacci, but you place it in the support, which is supported also by the Fibonacci or the golden ratio. So just read the rest of it. So getting an example, I took JFC or Jollibee because it has been a uptrend stock for a very, very long time. If you see it in the 10-year, 15-year view, Jollibee is is always going up. But if you zoom in to medium term or short term span, for example, here in 2017, from December to February or January of this year, it had a short term or medium term downtrend. So, if you're in this time, tanong mo sarili mo, kailan kaya ito magbe-bounce? Kailan kaya magsa-sell to profit yung mga investors dito? So, if you're gonna use the power and the wisdom of Fibonacci in COL, you just go to this. No, hindi mo siya makikita sa studies. I tried to find it kanina, but it can't be found. Dito cut sa left side, and then you see the tools there, and then one of that is Fibonacci. What you have to do is to click on the highest peak, the pinnacle, and then you click the next one to the lowest peak or the valley. If you use it diagonally or vertically straight, it's just the same. Bibigyan ka niya, parang susunod tong galaw ng line sa mouse mo, pointer mo. And then susunod, bibigyan ka niya ng 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around 5 lines which matches the Fibonacci sequence. So for example, at this one, binigyan niya ako ng 38.2%, which is what we have said a while ago, and 61.8%. And then here you can determine na kung nandito ka sa time na to, if you're going down, and then you're going down and going down, and dito ka, hindi ka sure kung saan ito mag-bounce, you can just place your buying position right here, for example, or selling. Kasi pag going down na, you wanna sell it, right? And if you're holding that stock, you wanna sell that stock at right this point. Dito mo banda isi-sell or dito. So medyo na siya na short siya, but it still targets a little bit of it. If we base it here, kung dito natin i-base, for sure tumbak dito. So another technique or another benefit of it is if the trend is going up, for example, dito, paakyat, and then nag-surge dito, for sure mag-sell to profit yung client. Yung mga investors. So what you have to do is to place a selling price at the Fibonacci level or retracement level kasi may correction na dadating. So, for example, practically applying it in the present time, dito na ngayon si Jollibee sa around somewhere 243 pesos per stock. If you wanna gain more to its Fibonacci retracement, you wanna post a buying price at this point 38.2 or 229.75 and use the GTC selling technique na ginawan ko ng video few weeks ago. Yung GTC is good for 60 days. So you don't know, within 60 days mag-correction or mag-bounce it will hit the resistance and then it will fall back to this Fibonacci level. Because in the past, dito rin siya nagstay. How many days dito siya nag-bounce? Dito rin. So if you extend it up to this point, in 2015, dito rin siya nahirapang mag-break. And then, in 50%, dito rin siya may support, and then, so on and so forth. Next example is Ayala Land, which is also a uptrend stock for a very long time, but in some short terms, there are, fallouts or bouncing points. I zoomed out and then used this little bit of timeline. Medyo mahaba to, it's a little bit of a year. And then I used the Fibonacci tool for it, retracement, and then it gave me 61, for example. So yes, it gave us some ideas where it bounced and where it, at this point, in this point. So in the, I tried to zoom in more so that we can see the possibilities. So right now we are in September 2017. Here's the stock, and it's 42. So if you wanna, take advantage of buying, if you wanna buy, you post the price at the retracement, Fibonacci retracement, and if you wanna maximize your gains, you're gonna have it at 41 and post it as GTC or 60 days. If you are selling it, you might wanna sell it back again at this point, 44, using the Fibonacci. So this is a tool that you can very benefit from as much as you want. So going back to the idea of God's number, I'm just gonna share the quote that you don't have enough faith to be an atheist. Why? Because even mathematics prove that there is such thing as intelligent design, a golden ratio, golden computation in the whole universe. It's a thumb mark of God. It's you don't have the faith that everything of it is Big Bang, or it came from nothing and then from this order to order. You're gonna have to solve 6 problems in order to be an atheist. First is, how did Big Bang came into being? How did this order became order? And secondly, how did non-living things become living things? And so much problems to solve in order to accommodate that faith or atheism. So this is really gonna prove to us that even a verse says in Psalm 19 verse 1 says, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament shows his handiwork. Even the heavens, mathematics, nature, so on and so forth, it shows that there's the existence of supreme being whom we will give account to. So for more information, you can contact me at my following numbers or information. Thank you, and more power to us. Follow, subscribe, like, share if these videos have been a good help for you. Thank you.